Si chiama tifo perché è una malattia, ma è una malattia bellissima come l'amore. Se sei innamorato del rosso e del nero, questo è il momento per dimostrarlo, perché il diavolo stanotte ha bisogno dell'amore di tutti i suoi seguaci. Buonasera gentili ascoltatori dallo stadio Giuseppe Meazza di Milano. Mamma mia, Teo Hernandez, il raddoppio del Milan.
Cerca di accelerare, palla al piede Leao, va da Giroud che si presenta in area, Giroud, Donnarumma e poi Leao, in acrobazia Leao, in grande stile, fa 1-1 per il delirio di San Siro.
Leao, servito Leao al limite, tocco di ritorno, pallone per Benasser.
Gol, ha segnato il Milan.
Va con la potencia que lo distingue, aquí está Teo, es de Messi el gol. Teo, golazo. De Lionel Hernández.
È il momento più bello del mondo. Gol! È il momento più bello del mondo. Irina te amo, diceva Gabriel Batistuta. Questa volta l'abbiamo fatto noi. Milan ti amo. Milan ti amo. Milan! Milan!
Dear believer of this young AC Milan, welcome to nice live stream. Today we are ahead of a great weekend of football. In fact, tomorrow they're going to be playing great European football, four actually of the best team, not only in Europe but in the rest of the world, which is Spain, Germany, France and Portugal, playing each other. Different timing. Spain versus Germany is going to be 6 p.m. here in Central European time. France and Portugal, they're going to be playing later on the 9 p.m. match. Well, it's going to be a super show that, of course, everyone wants to watch. Especially, in my opinion, I really want to see. My favorite match to watch is going to be Spain-Germany. Because, yes, of course, I live in Spain, so it's going to be interesting to see that, number one. And the number two is interesting to see if the enthusiasm of this Germany as a nation, as a team, as everything can bring this equipo, this this nation to the semi-final to face, in theory, one of the best. Another of the best team in the world, which is either France or Portugal. Now, on the other hand, tomorrow on Saturday, instead we're going to have England versus Switzerland and Netherlands versus Turkey. We have four matches ahead of us. They are probably side couple of probably they are, yeah. After what I see, they are probably the best team that we saw so far in the tournament. And also today, guys, was the first. For the first time, it came out the calendar of... where is it? My mouse here. It came out the calendar of the new Serie for the new Serie 2024-2025. So we're going to check out together the calendar. We're going to see how our beloved team will start, who we're going to face in the first 5 matches. We're going to try to analyze it a little bit and see also the other team, what they're going to face. So we will see what's that. This is the idea, right? That is the idea. Fantastic. Well, let's start right away with some analysis of these two teams. I want to start right away with Spain, Germany. Spain, Germany, you can see it's going to be there is a chance of 36% of victory for Spain, 34 for Germany, 30 in the middle. It really depends on how things will run, if eventually if Germany is going to be like on fire as they have been so far, but we saw all Spain playing football and it was unreal. So I think they definitely have a reason why they are there. Look, Germany, First match, 5-1 against Scotland. Neuer, Rudiger, Tah. I am reading this lineup because it's the first time as well that I'm reading it, so I want to check out a little bit how I just checked probably a couple of highlights of Germany, so I haven't seen them playing. Meanwhile, Spain, I actually watched the match. So they're playing with Neuer, Rudiger, Tah, Kimmich, Hendrik, Kroos, Gundogan, Musiala, Kai Havertz finally playing in his position, and Wirtz, the genius from Bayer Leverkusen. Füllkrug, the most German name that you can find after I guess after Müller. Füllkrug, funny name. 5-1 on the first match without any problem. Germany went through. Then they played against Hungary, 2-0, easy peasy. 19 shots, 11 shots for Hungary, 19 for Germany. Ball possession 70%. It is ridiculous. Still play with exactly lineup. They get a lot of yellow cards. I see the Kai Havertz. You can see that Leroy Sané, Emre Can, Füllkrug. No, Fuchrig. I don't know who is. Muller didn't even play. There you go. They have a hell of a team, this Germany. Germany's back. Germany's back, guys. And then on the last match, they played against Switzerland. Because Switzerland, hey, look at that, 18 shots, but only 3 on target. So it doesn't really matter how many times you shot. You see, they shot 4 times, for example, Switzerland, and they score 1. So ball possession, it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how, Germany, who's going to manage the ball possessions, who's going to have the center of football in between, who's going to lead the match. Because Spain, historically, we all know that Spain, it's good at leading the match. Against Denmark, 2-0. What I can see from this Germany is that they shoot a lot. They got the great ball possessions. They have a solid back line with Rudiger, Neuer, Gundogan, and Toni Kroos. They are incredible players. And is a mix between new player and old player. And this is the thing that reminds me a little bit about Italy in 2020 when we won the Euro Cup. It is a mix in between old and new. So we will see. It's interesting to see. I think Germany really have a chance. Never call that Germany, but never call that as well Spain, because Spain, we saw that they start the tournament with a very noisy 3-0 against Croatia. We all know that then Croatia was not really the best, because then they draw against Albania, they draw against one of the weakest Italy ever. So maybe this is not really a test. A big test was the moment for Spain, but still, look at that. Maybe not conceding too much. I mean, conceding maybe to Croatia their ball possessions, not having too many shots on target. But look at that, 11 shots, 3 goals. That's pretty good, and 5 on targets and 3 goals. So that is pretty spectacular, I would say. Very special, really special. And then they went to Italy, they destroyed us, only 1-0, but we never deserved to be there. And then I think what else did they do? They went to play against Albania 1-0, only 1-0, but they were probably playing with, I guess the lineup that they were playing against Croatia is very different from the lineup that they were playing against Albania. Look at that, Nacho, Cucurella, Normand. Where he plays, this guy? I think now recently he moved to Atletico de Madrid, but where he was playing? Real Sociedad. Born in France and playing in Spain. Pedri, Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Yamal, Morata, Williams. Apparently, Milan is dealing with Morata, so that's gonna be nice to have him, experienced player. Well, and then eventually they play against Georgia, I believe, and they win. They had a victory 4-0 against 4-1 at least. What is it? Spain, Georgia, right there. 4-1. 35 shots. 13 shots on target. 4 goal. Ball possession 76%. Good for Georgia. That was up there. They even scored earlier, but then they were not able really to keep, especially in the second half of it. I feel like the thing that they gave me the idea of Spain is that they are so fresh. They are so fresh. They're not tired, and probably because they're young. Probably because they're all these players. They are super young. Pedri, Rodri, Yamal, Nico Williams. They are so young, and it is July. It's like literally beginning of July, and they've been playing all season, and they still have energy to play in July. This is crazy. And to be very honest with you, I believe that whoever comes out from this side, and I believe more from this side, is gonna go straight to the final. Because Portugal and France, as we saw, guys, Portugal and France, Portugal has been really, I'll say lucky to be there. I would say lucky to be there where they are right now, because they don't have a good chemistry, this player in Portugal. Look at that. They won casually against Czech Republic in the last minutes after an own goal and 92 minutes. Okay, they have a lot of shots, but I watched the match and I was not convinced. I watched the match because of Rafael. Then they played against Turkey. Yes, they won 3-0. Okay. And this is probably the only victory that they actually deserve, because Turkey, well, we'll see later. This is the only victory that I believe that they deserve against Turkey. And then eventually they played against Slovenia, and they arrived for really in the last minute against Slovenia at penalties, and they were not able to score a single goal. Now it's going to be interesting because they're going to be facing another team that is having a lot of difficulties to scoring a lot of goals, and the team is called France, because France won 1-0 with their own goal of Belgium. France also draw 1-1 against Poland. Netherlands, another draw. Literally, these guys here, they are in a quarterfinal without conceding a single goal in action. So this is very strange for France. But the thing is, the quality of France is so high that it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter really that they're not scoring goal, because anyway they are up there. So it's just incredible. It's just incredible that they are there without even scoring a goal, and boom, they are in a quarterfinal. So I believe, however, that France, this is the moment that they understand they need to start to play football, and in the moment that they decide to play football, these France can win over Portugal. I believe that France is gonna win against Portugal, and I believe that Spain will win against Germany too. It's gonna be huge. But I believe the quality that I saw in Spain, unless they let's say they shit their pants. So all these young players in Germany against Germany, they're not really ready to face this kind of stage. That could be tricky for Spain, because I think they are very young and they are better than Germany, but Germany has experience, and that is what is going to lead them to to the victory tomorrow. I guess there's going to be Germany against France. That's my prediction. Germany against France. Now, England against Switzerland. It is a match that England really... I mean, let's check it out. England, what did they do? England, they won the first match against Serbia with a classic goal of Jude Bellingham. Very boring match. Look at that. 6 shots for Serbia. Ball possession, pretty much the same. Very, very, very boring match for England against Serbia. Numero 1. I'm talking about boring because I said before that the match against the match in between with Germany and with Spain, it was like over the top. It was really, really, really 18 shots, 20 shots, 15 shots, something like this. Then England played against Slovenia, a very boring match, 0-0. But Slovenia, we saw that Putin was very, very good defending, so that Putin struggled as well. Portugal, eventually they won the last one, 2-1 against Slovakia. Slovenia. Now, they won 2-1 against Slovakia. How did they win? Minus 95, Jude Bellingham, their best player, did something incredible, and that's why they deserve to be there. Harry Kane in extra time, he scored, and that's why they deserve to be there. However, I saw Switzerland playing, and okay, that Italy is super weak, but Switzerland, to me, it looks solid defensively, and they have they have good ideas for counter-attack. So I believe that they could put them in ahead of England. I think Switzerland can beat England, but England has so much quality that if only, any of those players, they start playing as they know, they're gonna be winning for sure. Netherlands, Turkey. I think Turkey, it got guided by our ex-coach Vincenzo Montella. He deserved the victory against Austria. 100%. I watched the whole match. They deserve fully the victory against Turkey. They're very shaky defensively. Very, 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 very shaky defensively. So somehow they get there and deserve it to be there for sure. The Netherlands as well. Super fun. The Netherlands as well. They were able to reach the quarterfinal, beating beautifully Netherlands 3-0 after a group stage with some problem, because I remember that they lost against Austria. Okay, what else did they do? They drew against France. Gracias. And where is it, the Netherlands? And they won against Poland. So they had a group stage with some struggle. They won solidly 3-0 against against Turkey, but I believe they will be the one go through, because the attack of the Netherlands has so much quality they can put in difficulty very, very easily the defense of Turkey. This is my prediction. Okay, so not expecting them to be right. I believe we will see again in the semifinal. We will see France against Germany, and we will see the Netherlands against Switzerland. That's my prediction. Let me know what do you think. Let me know what do you think. Now, the other things that I would like to check with you, it's officially the Serie A calendar. The Serie A calendar that came out today came out, and I would like to say a few words, of course, about this. There you go, bang. Perfect. Now, the calendar came out today. This is the opening weekend, guys. This is the opening weekend with Bologna, Udinese, Cagliari, Roma, Empoli, Monza. It's always very soft. Okay, let's don't go through everyone. It's always very soft start. What I would like to point out, of course, Milan will start in Torino. I mean, we'll start in Milan against Torino. Torino, that by the way, it is literally selling now Buongiorno to Napoli. What make me think like Milan really need a central back, but we are not buying any central back. Like, we are fine like this. The problem is we are not fine. Now let's have a look a little bit about the first 5 matches of every team. Okay, let's start from here. Atalanta, for example. Look at the first 3 matches of Atalanta. If I was an Atalanta fan, I will be furious to see this. Look at that. The first 3 matches, you don't play a single match at home. So until pretty much September, you don't see Atalanta play at home. This is crazy. Lecce away, Torino away, Inter away. It's going to be tough. And then eventually Fiorentina. Atalanta that will be playing in Champions League together with Bologna. Maybe not Atalanta. Maybe in Europa League. Yeah, I believe Europa League. Bologna will be playing Champions League. Today there is a news that the famous Maldini lookalike Calafiori is very close to Arsenal, because the English, they are paying something like 50 million euro to buy a player that had a good season and a good match against Albania. 50 million. So if he wants to go, I would say let him go, no problem. And they're going to be playing Champions League this year without Thiago Motta. Very possibly Zirkzee will be away. Who else? We got... Calafiori is going to be leaving, so we will see. And Bologna is going to be playing at home Udinese, Napoli away, Empoli, Como, and Monza. Cagliari. 2 matches at home, Roma, Como, and Napoli. This is a kind of hard start for Cagliari. Of course, you have Roma and Napoli. Oof, that is going to be tough. Como, first time in Serie A against Juve. In Torino be playing. This is going to be tough for them. It's going to be Fabregas, which is the coach of Como, against Thiago Motta. 2 players that played against in Euro Cup back in 2016, I guess. Yeah, Cagliari, Udinese, Bologna, and Atalanta. Now let's say this: Empoli, tough start as well with the Roma and Juve. Fiorentina with Fiorentina has it's a kind of... We'll see what Monza is going to do this year, what Venezia is going to do in this year. They're going to go away in Bergamo, and they're going to go to Roma. No, they're going to have Rome, Lazio to host Genoa. Genoa is going to be Inter, the first one at home. And then going right away to Monza, Verona, and then Roma. Let me tell you, Verona has a really, really, really hard start. Let me tell you that, because Verona is going to be playing at home against Napoli, at home against Juventus. This is when Verona. This is the same. This is the same match that Verona-Napoli was the first match of the year that Napoli won the Scudetto. Then they're going to be playing against Juventus. So the first 2 matches in Verona, they're going to be crazy. Genoa away, never easy. Lazio away, and then Torino. Really, really hard start for Verona. Hopefully this season they can go in Serie B. Now, Inter, let's see the start. Look at that. Genoa away, Lecce at home, and Atalanta at home. Monza away, and Milan at home. Tricky for them. Tricky for sure. Juve, Como, Verona, Roma, and Napoli. Wow, that's a good start also for Juve. They have all the big, let's say Juve, Milan, Inter, and we will see also Roma. But they have 3 big match in the first 5 match. In the first 5 match of the season, Inter not true. Inter has only Atalanta and Milan. Meanwhile, Juve has Roma, Napoli. Lazio have Milan right away, and Fiorentina. I wanted to say every Milan, Inter, Juve, Lazio, for example, they have all these big teams. They have 2 big matches in the first 5. Super cool. Lazio is going to be playing the first one at home against Venezia, and then they're going to be playing against Milan on the second one at home, and then Fiorentina away. Lecce, Atalanta, Inter, Cagliari, Torino, Parma. Milan, we're going to be playing against Torino, Parma away, Lazio away, Verona, Venezia, and then eventually Inter. Now, let's analyze it a little bit. Playing the first one at home is always good, because anyway, it's like a nice welcome back. The only problem is that the first match is going to be played on the 18th of August. So there's not going to be many people in Milan because people are still on holiday on 18th of August. So I see a very, very tight match here. I can already see a very tight match. In Parma, hopefully we can bring home a victory. A good test is going to be, of course, against Lazio on the third one of the season. Against Venezia, new promoted, I'm expecting a victory. And then there is going to be the first test against the other team of Milan on the 22nd. I already know the date, 22nd of September, after the international break. We're going to be playing against Inter. Tough. Then we have Monza playing Empoli, Genoa, Fiorentina, Inter, Bologna. It's a kind of soft start for Monza. Let's have a look of Napoli, Verona, Bologna, Parma, Cagliari. Kind of easy start for Napoli, and then Juventus. So on that day that we have the derby, there is also Juve-Napoli. Big one. Parma, Fiorentina, Milan. This is a hard start for Parma, and you promoted Fiorentina, Milan, and Napoli on the first three. Wow. Let's have a look of the last 4 teams, with Roma that is going to fly to Sardinia playing against Cagliari, Empoli, Juventus, Genoa, Udinese. Kind of soft start for Roma. Let's see if De Rossi can have still the same attitude and bring the same energy that brought so far in Roma. Torino is going to be playing against Milan on the first one. Really, really hard for them, of course. Then they're going to be playing back in Torino against Atalanta, Venezia, Lecce, and Verona. It's okay. Udinese that is supposed to be in Serie B. They're playing against Bologna, Lazio, Como, Parma, and Roma away. Kind of okay start for Udinese, and hopefully they can go in Serie B. And the last one, Verona, new promoted, best jersey of the Serie A, of course, best logo, one of the coolest stadium, because you have to go there with a ferry. You have to, from the mainland, you have to take a ferry and go to Venezia to play. Lazio away, Fiorentina away, Torino at home, Milan, and Genoa. I mean, this is a tough start for Venezia. But yeah, let me know, guys, what do you think about this start. This is key moments. Have a look at that match day 3, Inter Atalanta and Juve Roma, and Lazio Milan. 3 big match on match day 3. Then match day 5, Juve Napoli, and well, there is also Juve Napoli, and there is also Milan Inter. Match day 8, Roma Inter. So Inter has Roma and then Juventus. Wow. Napoli has in two matches, you has Inter and then Milan. Wow, interesting. Big matches ahead. The last one, I'm curious to see the last 5 match of Inter. Is going to be Roma, Verona, Torino, Lazio, Como. Kind of easy ending. Juve is going to have Monza, Bologna, Lazio, Udinese, and Venezia away. We we're gonna have the last 5. They're gonna be on the second last match. On the second last, we're gonna have Roma away. Holy fuck! This is a tough ending, really tough ending, and an easy ending for Napoli as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is a little bit about what is going on today. We saw the prediction for tomorrow game, Spain against Germany. I believe Germany will go through. France against Portugal. I believe France will go through. England against Switzerland. I believe Switzerland will go through. And Netherlands against Turkey. I believe the Netherlands will go through. We will see in a few days if I was right. And Forza Castello. What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Forza Milan. Believe. Ciao.